Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
I will tell you, it doesn't get any better. I kept going, and I was like, I have to know what is happening. I never. It just didn't work. All right, so the Japanese cell phone. It is a source of wonderment for the rest of the world. It is, so the kanji is just as complicated as the phone itself. It's the Kintai Denwa and cell phone. Everyone just calls it cell phone because it's a lot easier. Or if you're British, you could call it a mobile phone. But for British. So, they make our phones look like this. And consequently, they make the people who use our phones look like this. So, not sure that's a bad thing. Anyways, so comparing US cell phones to Japanese cell phones is like comparing a TI-84 calculator to the T-8000. It's just not any comparison at all. So in 1999, they already had all of these features. There was email, you could use them as a contacts book, they had alarm clocks, they had apps, calculators, GPS, MP3s, all of that already in 1999. So they looked like this. It was pretty ridiculous. If they were any more advanced, people would have been burned as witches. So,
Hey, no one expects it.
nobody knows. Okay, didn't happen. So, unless you were traveling back in time, there was really no way anyone else was going to pick up on this. There was problems, though. They had worked themselves into a box. You see, if you look at the world, these are the places where the Japanese cell phone works. That's it. That is all. So naturally they had a problem, and it's called the Galapagos phone problem. So the reason they call it this is because on evolutionary trees, Japanese phones went this way, and American phones went this way, and thus they do not work together at all. On the upshot, you get things like this. This is the same reason that American salamanders look like this, and Japanese salamanders look like that. Or that American hornets look like this, and Japanese hornets look like that.
Wait, dude, the spiders. Oh, those spiders are terrifying.
On the upside, you get phones that look like this and have cool things like they have television on them, you can use them as a credit card, you can transfer money to other people with them. Hell, they even have a weather station on them that checks the weather live. It takes air pressure readings, it takes humidity readings, all of that on your fucking phone. It's ridiculous the amount of things you can do with these. Oh, and did I mention they can also take your damned vital signs? Your phone could save your life. So, this all works on the same network. They don't have different competing networks in Japan. They all work on pretty much the same thing. Basically, they figured out they could make more awesome stuff if they worked together than if they worked separately. By the way, you can't read the sign on there, but it says totally pimpin' dirt house.
Finger on the inside.
So, versus the United States, where we have all our networks that are constantly competing with each other and providing us an overall crappy service for a couple of times the price. So, about 28% of the world market belongs to Korea. So, 16% belongs to Finland, 8% belongs to the US, and then the next two competing companies are also Korean and Chinese. So, in the future, the Japanese are trying to figure out, now that a lot of these other networks in the world are more advanced, they can handle the stuff they've been outputting, they're trying to figure out how to branch out. And as described by a couple of different people in the industry, it is a matter of life and death. And I want his sunglasses. They are fucking awesome. So, for now, the Japanese phone is one of the things that is too awesome to continue existing. Hopefully, it just doesn't end the same way as the dinosaurs. In news, Valve has been carpet bombing the internet with announcements. It is ridiculous. You have the Steam OS, you have the Steam controller, you have Steam machines, and all of this is like Steam is going to take over the PC market, and they're going to make it, well, I won't say make it competitive, because it's always been competitive, but they're going to make it more mainstream, as mainstream as the console market. And this is the reasons photos like this exist. So along with this, they've also been either dropping subtle hints or just really screwing with us. They filed an EU trademark for Half-Life 3.
No.
And in a tooltips list, you can see Half-Life 3 prominently listed, along with about 46 people who are working on the project. And the year is 2013. And if you don't notice, it ends in a 3. And if you're really clever, you can take it. I want to believe, guys. Half-Life 3. It will happen.
Come on, I want to see that prequel.
The rumor is that they're going to be saying Universal to come.
So if this really does happen, the universe will implode, and we're all going to elect Gabe Newell as president, and there will never be any more
Everybody needs
wars.
to carry a long knife.
That didn't
Indeed.
happen.
This
Yes.
has surpassed every single stretch goal it is set. It's just smashed through. It's become the third most money-making project ever on Kickstarter. So, naturally, there are a lot of people at Capcom who are crying over this. All the money they've lost in possibly doing this project themselves. And Keiji Inafune is just kind of like,
Sounds about right.
So, Bungie continues to impress with all the stuff they're unveiling about Destiny, and one of the things that's getting a lot of press is that there isn't going to be a lobby system in Destiny. It's just going to be a complete open world, and you can wander around and join whoever the hell you want. It may end up working this way, though. And if you haven't played GTA Online, it sucks balls right now. Don't do it. Microsoft, and specifically Xbox, continues to troll PlayStation 4. So what they have done is they have taken aim at the system itself. And in case you hadn't been on the internet recently, they revealed that the Xbox One has an HDMI input. So theoretically, you could run your PS4 through your Xbox One. And in a remarkable case of what the fuck, PS4 came out and confirmed it. They were like, sure, you could do that if you want to, but please don't. That was about all they said. Like, damn it, this is theoretically possible. So the only problems that they could foresee is pretty big latency issues. The HDMI input on it isn't meant to handle gaming. It's meant to handle like TV, streaming video. So
Don't forget about douchebag friends that go Xbox One off.
this could.
Yes.
Oh, and your Kinect system can now read more than one voice at once.
Oh, did you hear what they're implementing for all the spy games? They hear the whole room. Somebody farts. Your game's gonna know it.
There's now the opportunity for a ridiculous amount of trolling in
Yes.
people's Kinect.
Oh, God,
and
it's
it's going to be
hilarious.
amazing. So, yeah, this is happening. You're possibly going to be able to run your PS4 on your Xbox, and the console gaming market is going to explode. So,
Yep.
third evolutions of all the starters have been revealed. Say what you want about them. I mean, they've made more ridiculous designs before.
Hey, Dragonite. Where'd that chick come from?
Nobody knows.
Oh, no.
Nobody knows. So,
Okay,
they've
so-
proven that Pokemon can be modeled after inanimate objects. They can be modeled after other things that are in Pokemon. They can be modeled after nothing in particular. So, overall, I'm happy with this.
The keys. The keys? You don't have the keys? Oh. Terrible at this.
So, Pokemon continues to make announcements, though.
Oh.
The All Nippon Airways Pokemon-themed jets are being taken out of the air. Apparently, they're too old, and they're seeking to update them, so they're taking them out of the sky before this happens. So, on the upside, the series has sold, I believe it's 1.5 million pre-orders in Japan alone. So that is ridiculous. They are not going to be hurting for money. Aniplex has announced they're going to be bringing the Blue Exorcist movie here to the U.S. in December 17th, I believe, which is not kind of ironic.
They showed it up in Austin already.
Yes, so they have showed it, and it's not going to be up for distribution till then, though.
Oh.
Well, legal distribution.
We'll
What
find
is
out.
this legal?
Moving onwards. Attack on Titan has gotten really awesome cover art by the artist of the series, and if you don't know the way rating systems work in Japan, the D rating system is 17 plus. So this is going to be way up on the mature side of things.
This is going to be the first 3DS mature game.
One of, so
Yeah.
it's going to be intense.
Kill Armin.
And speaking of, this is freaking awesome. I'm going to import it. So, we move on to our crowning moment of nerdery. People can do really nerdy things in Minecraft, from recreating Lord of the Rings sets to recreating Game of Thrones sets.
God damn.
And now we have people recreating Attack on Titan sets.
Yes, it's true.
So,
You don't have the video?
finally, no I don't. The video link just doesn't like me today.
No, well, you sure you got the right video? Where they are using the snapshot and it moves? Yeah.
It's scary. The things you can do with new Minecraft.
Yes.
They're magic. So, last thing,
Steak.
how many of y'all love the smell of a good steak? Okay. How about a nice baked potato?
It's got bacon.
With
It's
butter,
got bacon.
cheese, bacon, everything. Well, a Japanese company has realized that people love that smell, so they have developed this. This is an app and an accompanying attachment for your iPhone that makes you smell steak. So the idea is that this thing emits kind of spray that you then smell as either the smell of steak, short ribs, buttered potatoes, in order to trick your nose into thinking you're having steak when you're really having a very disappointing meal. Sadly, the thing costs like, I think it was $150.
Do they have bacon?
So the logic behind this is kind of a little bit flawed. Anyways, that's it for this week.